And guess what? They're good test questions. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull up nothing but test questions today of scientific notation. So let me go to the handy dandy 155. And like I said, this is the most, you're talking about 30 to 40% of your test. So, which we will probably be going over that test probably Friday. So that means that you got some dates coming up that are going to be cutting off. What is it, 5.6?
Yeah.
Okay. And let me go to the chapter contents, 5.6. And I'll have the study plan ready. And let's go to the homework. Now, I do want you after today to go to the 10.1 homework, and I want you to actually start trying to do some. I'll go over that probably Wednesday, but that's fractions, decimals, and percents. Most of y'all should know how to do that. Since Algebra 1 is a prereq for this class, you should know how to do percents, but we'll go over it Wednesday. All right, here's the questions that I've got to go over today. Let's see if they're in order. I think these are repetitive, yeah. Okay, let's go over this one, 751 first. This is 5.6, number 51, number 12. 51 in the book, number 12 online. Go ahead and write it down. This is a test question, so you will see this on the test and standardized test too. So make sure you write it down. You are multiplying. They gave me 2 new styluses, and I got, look here, they even gave me batteries. I tell you what, I'm thinking 2050. We're gonna have it, baby. We're gonna have it. I'm just going to rewrite the two numbers, 0.0004 times, that's 4 zeros, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now y'all check me, make sure I counted right. I'm gonna let y'all do the math. Go ahead and multiply 4 times without a calculator. You don't need a calculator. And go ahead and do, hopefully you can add -4 and -5. So what is 64? That'd be 6.4, wouldn't it? What's 4 times 16? I'm asking y'all to check me, not be quiet. Okay, and what's -4 plus -5? Don't you come down here and tell me Oconee. I done called them 3 times.
Ain't nothing back to you trying to remote to them.
They're wanting me to call me, aren't they?
Well, no, they just said it was a problem.
What?
They just said it was a problem.
What was the
I don't know
problem?
what's going on?
I told you, didn't I? I just wanted to thank you, ma'am.
Yep. You gonna invite them in or?
I'm going to right now.
Okay.
I was just aggravating you. Oconee, are you there?
Yeah.
Now we're here.
Well, what the heck happened? Y'all drunk or what? I called y'all like 3 times.
Yeah, we had to reboot the actual Polycom camera.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sorry, guys.
Okay, we're good? Thank you.
Yeah?
Yep, all right.
Thank you. See, when we did this side, we put the TV side by side, I didn't have to go through all this. But whenever you change something, whenever something works good, what do? You cluster it up. Exactly. You change it. Okay. So what is -4 times plus -5? -9. So that should be your answer. Now, somebody probably sent this because watch when I hover over it, it'll give me the answer and it'll give me what y'all put in, and I guarantee you they're probably going to be the same. Yep. The correct answer is 6.4 times 10 to the -9th. You answered 6.4 times 10 to the -9th. I have no idea. The only thing I can come up with is instead of using the times, the X, use the shift star key, which is 8. That's the only thing. I have no idea why the answer is wrong. But what I will do, I will check to see who sent this. You sent me a text, didn't you?
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I'll see me after class and I'll change your homework question.
Okay.
And if you run into this again, try to hit instead of, did you use the X? Did you use the X or did you use the?
I use that.
Okay, go back in, or whoever wants to try this, and hit don't use the X for the multiplication symbol, use the shift 8, which is I guess you'd call it the star, and that's probably why you got it wrong. But mathematically, you didn't get it wrong. But it's a good test question, and it brings awareness to the homework question, so everybody can put shift 8 instead of an X. So I won't have 15 people want me to change your homework problem. But if you want me to change it, just hang around after class and I'll change it, okay? All right, that's a good test question. This is a good test question also. Because any word problem in your homework having to do with scientific notation, it will be on your test. So go ahead and do this one. I'll blow it up for you a little bit. Write it down.
Which number is this on?
Oh, I'm sorry. 5.6, 73 in the book, number 18 online. Usually students don't really care about that. I'm not used to somebody asking detailed questions. Wow, thank you. A mass of planet A is approximately 5 times 10 to the 30th kilograms, and the mass of planet B is a smaller number. How many times greater is the mass of planet A than the mass of planet B? Okay, think about it. If you have two things, and this is a critical thinking drill. I have a cake, and this cake that I made weighs 5 pounds. Somebody else has a cake, and they make a cake, and it weighs 2 pounds. How much bigger is my cake than the other cake?
3 pounds.
How'd you get that?
5 minus 2 is 3.
What?
5 minus 2 is 3.
Not 5 minus 2, but what? 5 divided by 2. So we got to use what? we've got to use division. Now, some of you said 5 minus 2. Okay? I didn't say I said how many times greater. I didn't say how much more. Did you understand that? Whoever said subtraction? There's a difference between more and times greater. Does everybody understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay? So if I said, how much more did my cake weigh, then that would be subtraction. Times more is division. So I'm going to use division. So what's my bigger cake? Planet A, Hubert. That's right. That's my bigger cake. So 5.0 times 10 to the 30th divided by my smaller cake, 6 times 10 to the 24th. 5 divided by 6, well, we'll come back to that later, times 10 to the 30 minus what? 24. Okay, 5 into 6, that's not too hard. You don't need a calculator for that. 5 will go into 6 one time. It's 12, isn't it? 1.2, right? Oh, I'm sorry, 6 into 5. I'm messed up. 6 into 5, well, that's going to be 8. 8 times 6 is what? 8? Somebody check me. That's 2. So 2, that's 12, 6, 1. Y'all get 0.821? Check me. No, that's 8. That's 8. I'm trying to 0.821, 0.82. 6 will go into 8 one time, yeah. Somebody check me. What's 5 divided by 6? Okay, 0.83. Okay, my bad. I divided wrong. Did you say 0.83 repeating?
Yeah.
Did everybody get that? All right. 30 minus 24 is 6. Are we done? Yes or no? It's a 50-50 question. Yes or no? It's a 50-50 question.
No.
Thank you. We're not done. Why? Because what is the definition of scientific notation? This is where you're supposed to, learn the definition. So I don't know. Where does the decimal go?
To the right.
To the right of the first number greater than 0. So 8.3 times 10 to the 6 blank 1. Which way do I move this in my head to get it back to the way it was? To the left. So my final answer is 8.3 times 10 to the 5th power. Now the ones that do their own little way, they get to the 7th power. And let's see who's right. I'll type in my answer and we'll see if I'm right. And I'm going to use Shift 8. 8.3, Shift 8, 10, Shift up, 5th, and we feel good about ourselves. Oops. Or they want it in, they don't want scientific notation. Read the direction. Round to the nearest what? Whole number. So that's going to be 8.3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 zeros? Y'all check me. Is it 4 zeros?
800.
Yes.
There. Okay, I guess I'm wrong. Let me see what they got. Oh, it's repeating. I'm sorry. I forgot to put the bar over it. My bad. Don't forget your bar. Right there. I forgot my bar and I wrote 830,000. So don't make the same mistake I made. That's all right. I'll make adjustments. I'll put smokestacks on my pickup truck, and that'll make me feel better about myself.
What? Are we gonna have a lot of the questions with the repeating bar?
No, I really don't like those, but don't forget it. I don't give you that repeating the fraction one, but on this one, I can't really control what they give you because this will regenerate and this will regenerate. So this may be a 10 next time, and this might be a 2. So I can't really control that. But I like the question. Question, gripe, complaint. All right, let's go to that's all the homework questions. Let's go to the handy dandy. These are the questions I will ask. I'm going to start from the bottom and go back because the hardest questions will be at the bottom. Some of y'all didn't know that after 12 years of school, but it's really sad. Some people don't realize that. Anybody watch Live PD this weekend?
Yep.
Oh man, we had some good ones over there, buddy. There's one guy, he just ran a brand new car into the ditch. And then what did he do? After he wedged it in a canal, it was in Florida. So he got the 2 driver's side tires in the ditch. You with me? There's trees on both sides. And he crawls out of the moonroof or sunroof or whatever. And what does he try to do? He tries to run. But he had like 2 pounds of cocaine in the car.
Oh, wow. Florida man.
Yeah, dumbass. I'm serious, man. I ain't kidding you.
I
I'm
think the
looking
funniest thing to
forward.
do is if you like Google Florida man and then your birthday and it comes up with like a crazy story that happened on that day.
Yeah, Florida, I wouldn't doubt it. Where's all my word problems? Don't tell me they took the word problems out. Oh my gosh, they took the word. No, they did. There we go. All right, y'all look at this one. I'll clear the screen. In June, the population of a large country was about 306 million people. And the population of the world was about 6.97 billion. Determine the ratio, or over ratio. Determine the ratio of the country's population to the world's population by dividing the country's population by the what? They don't even, they don't think you can even do it, so they tell you what to do. Okay? So, they telling you to divide the country's population by the world. All right, go ahead and do that. So this is kind of a, y'all do the problem, then we'll see if you know what you're doing. See if you suck at it or not. And then there was this one guy in California. If you walk down the road or the sidewalk and you have tools for breaking and entering, that's against the law. Is everybody with me? So if you have a hammer, a screwdriver, and a pair of bolt cutters, you're going to get pulled over. Or you're going to get, There's this guy walking down the sidewalk with a pair of bolt cutters. By the time they got through with this guy, they had 5 police cars because he didn't want to go to jail. He wouldn't have went to jail if he would have just talked to the policeman and acted like he had some sense. He probably would have kept on walking. No, he had to do you can't detain me, you can't detain me, you can't.
I'll be arrested faster than anything.
I'd shoot him in the leg.
That's not a PR nightmare.
That's why I'm not a cop. As soon as you said you can't detain me, pop right in the knee. Well, and I guarantee you the next time somebody told him that, all she asked him to do was lay them down, lay the bolt cutters down, because you can hit somebody upside the head with a pair of bolt cutters, and sit down on the sidewalk, on the curb. That's all she asked him to do. And he threw a temper tantrum, and they hauled him off. Idiot.
Oh, baby.
So, I'm going to write 306 million. Well, that's 300,000. Ma'am, did somebody say something?
Alex Callahan is trying to Skype in. She said it wasn't going through to you, I guess.
Who's trying to Skype in?
Alex Callahan.
Hold on, let me see if she texted me.
She said
I
she
had to
texted
turn
you
my phone
twice.
on silent. She probably did. Is this Miss? I wish. I'm sorry. I gotta quit turning my phone on silent. That's all there is to it. Tell her I'm sorry. I'm calling her in right now. Okay, Anderson, y'all got to start reminding me to call in Miss Guerin, because I forget every single time. Can y'all do that for me? Well, as soon as I can get control of my dadgum mouse, as soon as I click OK, the mouse goes to the other screen. Damn Russian. Okay, she should be coming in now. Well, I don't see her coming in. Try her again. Miss Karen, I apologize. I have to turn my phone on silent and I forget you every time. I'm sorry. Well, she's mad. She ain't talking to me. She's mad at me.
Did you add her?
Yeah, she's there. Miss Guerin, are you there? Hello, Miss Guerin. See, she hung up on me. So that female kicks in and you can't do anything about it, guys.
She said she hasn't gotten anything. Is it Callahan that you're doing?
What?
Well, on her Facebook, her name's Alex Callahan.
Oh, I thought you meant Miss Guerin.
No.
Okay, well, Miss Guerin texted me. Let me see if Miss Callahan texted me. Miss Callahan has not texted me. So I don't know how I was supposed to know that she was texting. I mean,
Are you talking about Alex?
Yeah.
She said that she texted you twice and that you didn't respond.
I haven't got a text from her. And the only reason I got you, Miss Guerin, is because they told me to look and I thought they were telling me it was you. C-A-Callahan, Alexandria.
Yeah.
Y'all got to make sure that y'all are texting. Y'all look at the phone number because I don't have a text from her.
Okay.
Miss Callahan, are you there? I'll try it again. This says that she's on here, but I don't see her. Do y'all see her? I don't know where she is. I don't know where she is. I'm gonna take her. I can't take her out because it says that she's. Hold on.
I'm here.
Where are you?
Uh,
There she is. Okay, Miss Callahan, what number did you text?
the 353-3874.
Look at it again.
I
Not
just did.
353. 356.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. I forgot to call Miss Guerin in, so we both messed up. Miss Guerin, I told the Anderson folks to make sure they remind me to tell you to come in.
Okay.
I'm sorry about that.
That's all right.
All right, here we go. 306,300,000. 306,300,000. That's that one. And then 6,970 what? Million. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now somebody take your handy dandy calculator. Notice I tell you to get your calculator out. Because unless you're Rain Man, you're not going to be able to divide 3.063 by 6.97 in your head. So go ahead and do that. I'm going to take 8 away from 9 or 9 away from 8, and that'll give me 10 to the negative 1. Somebody give me 3.063 divided by 6.97. Okay, nobody can work your calculator? 3.063 divided by 6.97.
I got 0.439.
0.439. Did everybody else get that?
Yes, sir.
I think I got one yes, sir. Did anybody, Anderson, did y'all get that? Okay, thank y'all. Are we done?
No.
No. Got to put this here. So that's 4.39 times 10 to the negative 1 blank 1. Which way do I move this in my head to get it back to the way it was? To the left. So that's going to be 4.39 times 10 to the negative 2. So that means I got to move the decimal. Excuse me. Got something in my throat. Go ahead and finish the problem while I sit over here and die. I gotta lay off them Marlboro Reds. So, 1, 2. 0.0493 or 0.0439. That's the only thing about eating pork rinds. Woo! Sometimes that pepper gets down in your throat. All right. 0.044. Direction says round to the nearest thousand. It's a miracle. So, those of you that got 0, 10 to the 0 power, yours is wrong. Just want to make sure y'all understand that. I got tears coming down. Oh, dang old pepper. All right, here we go. Another test question. The distance from a planet to its moon is approximately 228,000 miles. If a spacecraft travels 20,000 miles per hour, how many hours would it take you? Blah, 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 blah. Now, I'm going to ask y'all a question. You ever been telling a story of how fast it takes you to get somewhere? And there's always a guy, usually it's a guy, that can travel the speed of light. I'm going down to Panama City, Florida. So Anderson to Panama City. And it takes me about 8 hours. There's always one guy in the group that'll say what? I can get down there in 3 hours. That's an indicator, girls. That's one of the top 25 indicators. Run like hell, away. Okay? You ever meet somebody like that? Run. I got a cousin like that. He's been divorced like 5 times. I'm serious. And every single one of them, dang old domestic abuse and stuff like that. He's crazy. So anyway, what do you do when you want to go a distance? Distance equals what? Rate times time. Some of you law enforcement people, you're going to be using this. And you're going to be using derivations of it because you've got to figure out how fast a car goes from the skid marks. That is a derivation of this formula. So, what's the distance that we're covering? The distance is right here. The rate is the speed. Now, do not say that in a physics class. Please don't. That's like saying ain't in English. Don't say that speed is equal to rate. Actually, rate is rate of acceleration. So, please, just do me a favor and don't say rate is equal to speed. How many hours? What is that? What is hours? Time. So that means we got to find t. So I'm going to solve it for t first. D is equal to r times t. Divide by r. So the time is equal to d over r. So what's my distance? 228,000. Divided by 20,000. Now you could actually do this in your head, but are those numbers going to come out the same every single time? No. You could be doing the test, and this could say 223,000, and this could be 137,000. You're not going to be able to do it like that all the time. This is just a coincidence. So, 2.28 times 10 to the 5th. By the time you start doing 3 or 4 of these problems, you can just eyeball what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can start eyeballing the spaces. Divided by 2.0 times 10 to the what? 4th. And that's going to give you 1.14 times 10 to the 1st. So that's 11.4, whatever, I don't know. We need 11.4 hours. Question. I can get there in 3 hours. You ever get in the car with somebody and they go like 107 miles an hour down the interstate? Run. Run as fast as you can. Because 1, they're not that important. And 2, they don't understand that the only thing keeping you from running into a tree at 105 miles an hour is a 3/8 inch piece of rubber called a break line. Got that right. Now try this one. And why do I harp on these? Because if you're in a biology class, these are all the questions you're going to see in biology and nursing. A large waterfall is managed so that the minimum of 130,000 cubic feet of water per second. Can you imagine that? 130,000 cubes of water, 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. I'm sorry, 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot. No, cubic feet. No, that's foot. Yeah. 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot. 130,000 of those cubic coming down each second. That's a lot of water. Flows over the falls. Find the minimum amount of water that will flow over the falls in a 24-hour period. Now, this is called a unit conversion. You're going to have to do a little bit of unit conversion with this problem. So the first thing you want to do is write the 130,000 as a fraction. 130,000 what? 130,000 cubic what? Feet per what?
Second.
Oh, second. Sorry, 1 second. Now, why do you have to do that? Because the only way you can cancel units is diagonally and vertically. So that means you got to put seconds over here. And then minutes over here. And then how many hours are in a day? 24 hours in what? 1 day. And now we can cancel the units. Hours cancel, minutes cancel, seconds cancel, and that leaves what? Cubic feet per what? Day. Now we got to put the numbers in. How many seconds are in a minute? And how many minutes are in an hour? Now, you should be able to do a lot of this without a calculator. So I want you to change everything into scientific notation. The 130, the 60, the 60, or you can do that's 3,600 and change 3,600 into scientific notation. And that 2.4 times 10 to the first, that'd be 24. And you should be able to add all the exponents up. So go ahead and do that. I'm not worried about you being able to do the numbers. You can do that on the calculator when it's time. What happened to your hand? I didn't see that. Huh. Usually you pull them. You must have pulled on the shoulder. You have it on the shoulder?
Yeah, I don't know what. I was doing the motion, like I was doing 225, like I was doing reps for it, and then it's like just after 1 rep I did, it's just like I couldn't do it anymore because it hurt so bad.
What happens is you hyperextend it back.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
happened.
what I think
Stretched
I did.
it.
But like now, like when I do any dynamic movement like that, I can't. Because it hurts.
Yep. They make good wrist bracing for that.
I was thinking I get it, but I'll just take it day by day, see if we got it.
It will. Or you could quit.
Yeah.
But always quit. It's easy to quit.
Good option.
Yep. Bernie will take care of you. Feel the burn. So I'm going to write it up here. I'm going to write it in blue. So this is going to be 1.3. Well, it's supposed to write in blue. 1.3 times 10 to the what? 5, Hubert. Thank you, class. Times, I'm going to go ahead and change this into 3,600, which would be 3.6 times 10 to the third. Times 2.4 times 10 to the first. Okay, somebody tell me what 5 plus 3 plus 1 is.
9.
Times 10 to the 9th. And then I'm going to go 1.3 times 3.6 times 2.4. Now, I want somebody to take your handy-dandy calculator and multiply 1.3 times 3.6 times 2.4. And tell me what you get. I'm sorry, I hear mumble. What? Did you say 11.2? Did everybody else get 11.2? I got 3 people that says it, so. All right, now change that. 1.12 times 10 to the 9 blank 1. Which way did I move this decimal in my head to get it back the way it was? To the right. So your final answer is 1.12 times 10 to the 10th power. Now let's look at the directions. Use scientific notation, and it kind of would help your other homework problem if you, I might say that, but I think it should say use the star. That's what I would put in the directions. So, let me, I was just thinking when my elevator music will start.
Hi there. It's currently
Well, let's see, 1.12, shift 10, shift up to the 9th, and we feel good about ourselves. Oops. I'm sorry, what?
10 power.
Oh. Oh, I didn't write that. Oh, there it is. I was looking at that. No. Let's see what their answer is. What did they get? Okay, shut up. Okay, I got it. I'm not worried about that. If you got, let me put it to you this way. If you get 1.12, somebody must have rounded this off. Somebody must have rounded 11.2 off. Somebody take 1.3 times 3.6
I got 11.2.
times 2.4 and tell me what you get.
It was 11.232.
Okay, so y'all got it wrong. Y'all led me astray. You give me the whole number, okay? When do you round? At the very what? End. So my rounding would be here. You should have gave me 11 point whatever it was, 232. You should have gave me 11.3232 here. Do not round in the middle of a problem, okay? Y'all set me up for failure there. Y'all
I
suck.
said it.
All right. There's 2 more problems. That one will be on the test, and that one will be on the test. So if you want to see, this is not in the homework because whoever designed this homework didn't put these on here. This is in 5.6, chapter contents, study plan. 5.6, chapter contents, study plan. So how do you find it? And I'll get out of this. Go over here, chapter contents, find the chapter, 5.6, and do those last 4 or 5 problems. Okay? If you can do that whole study plan and not get them wrong, you're good for the test as far as 5.6. And you should be able to ace your homework also. Okay, I'm going to cut off the handy-dandy recorder.